now, it's time for the AZ Music Cafe, where you will sample a radio bistro full of local Arizona singers and songwriters. So sit down, grab a menu, and order up an hour of great entertainment and information with your host, Eric Seeloff.
Welcome to the program, everybody. This is the Arizona Music Cafe, and we hope you're enjoying your weekend, and we hope you're going to enjoy the next 2 hours because we're going to have a lot of fun today. We've got a studio packed full of musicians and guests and all kinds of folks. So we're going to start out the show today with somebody that I have been eagerly awaiting to get on the program for a long time. Miss Carrie Slade is going to be with us, and if you haven't heard Carrie yet, you've got an opportunity because she's got lots of recorded music out there, and she plays all over the valley. And we're going to meet her and get to hear her unique style of sort of country, blues, folk, rock and roll, and she's sort of it's just Carrie Slade music is what we're going to call it. So stay tuned for that because she'll be leading the show off today in just a few minutes. We also have Rob Randolph, and the whole posse is here. His whole band is here, and we're really looking forward to meeting him. If you remember, longtime listeners might remember Rob was on the show about a year ago, June 28th, as a matter of fact, and here he is again almost a year later with a brand new CD, almost ready to be released, so we're going to get to hear some cuts from that, meet the guys in the band, and talk a little bit with him about what he's been up to, and really looking forward to that. And somebody else brand new to the show, Miss Angela Levitt, is with us today. And Angela has been really involved in music her whole life, and relatively recently, picked up the guitar and decided that was going to be her instrument of choice. And who knows, next month it might be another instrument. But right now she's playing guitar, and she's playing at some venues around town, and we'll meet her, and she's going to perform for us live as well. And an old friend of the show, Scott Leader, is with us. And Scott is a musician in his own right, but he didn't come equipped today with his guitar and his music. But he is going to talk to us about a project that he has been involved with over the last few months that has just come to fruition in Scottsdale. He has a studio there, and we're going to get to hear all about that and what he has been doing. And I'm really excited about that. I have used Scott's services in the past, and very outstanding professional equipment, outstanding competence with how to make a guy that, like me, that's just sort of a real estate guy that does a radio show, and by the way, I also sing a little bit too, makes me sound a whole lot better than I do. So imagine what he can do for musicians that really have the talent. And so he does that, and he'll be talking about that. He's been very busy, so we're roping him in for a few minutes. And Scott was a longtime sponsor of the show when we first started out, almost 3 years ago. And that's the topic. We're kind of coming up on a 3-year anniversary. And Jim Pipkin, who is one of my favorite local musicians, says, "So what are you going to do?" And I said, "I don't know." I said, "I have no idea. It's coming up in June. We're going to figure something out. We'll try and celebrate it, something special, but we're kind of hitting 2 milestones at one time. We had our 300th guest on the show 2 weeks ago, and we're going to be finishing our 3rd year, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. So we'll start out our 4th year actually in a couple of weeks. So that's pretty exciting, and we have some more announcements to make as the show progresses. But as we always do, or as I used to do, and I got away from it, I'm getting back to a little bit, is I always try and kick off the show with a song that I perform, and then that makes you understand how much better the guests are that follow me. So anyway, this is a cover actually that I kind of got motivated to do because I'm sure that many of you out there have discovered that you can just sort of blow hours of time away on YouTube, right? And you can find stuff that you didn't even know existed. You can find artists that you forgot about, artists that you love, music that gets posted. I mean, you can just, it's too bad we have to work for a living because otherwise we could just spend all day long eating and listening to music on YouTube. So I ran across something that just got posted. Many of you realize this, that I'm a big Gordon Lightfoot fan, and I followed him forever and ever and ever. I think he's probably one of the best songwriters in the 20th century, let alone out of Canada. He's been around like 40 years, and people might argue the point that maybe he shouldn't continue to perform, but when you've been around 40 years and you've written what he's written, he gets a pass. But somebody posted something that was done on the BBC It was a 2-hour show, I believe. That I don't know where it was recorded, but it was posted, and the quality is phenomenal. And it was a snapshot of where he was right after If You Could Read My Mind came out and before Sundown. And those reprise albums, Don Quixote, Old Dan's Records, that followed in that time frame were I think about the best stuff he ever did. So anyway, I found this, and this song came out of that concert. So I thought, well, you know what, we're going to do it on the show, and that way we can kill two birds with one stone. So here it is, Your Love's Return, Gordon Lightfoot. Come to the door, my pretty one. Put on your rings and precious things. Hide all your tears as best you can. Try to recall what used to be. Roses are waiting for dewdrops to fall, climbing your windows and walls. Bells in the steeple are ringing, singing. Listen to them talking about your love's return. Let me come in, my pretty one. Try to undo what I have done, or I must be forgiven now. I will not lose what I have won. Roses are waiting for dewdrops to fall, climb in your windows and walls. Bells in the steeple are ringing, singing. Listen to them talk about your love's return. Let me come in, my precious one. Wake from your sleep and take me home. Open your eyes and look my way. I cannot leave your love alone. Roses are waiting for dewdrops to fall, climb in your windows and walls. Leaves in the garden are falling, calling. Listen to them talk about your love's return.